We saw too many brands die in silence, not because the product didn't work, it's just that their story didn't.
So for me, TWA was born from a point of understanding. Her being a communication and PR marketing specialist, and me being a technical founder, we were able to create an atmosphere where it was clear and evident what we needed to do and how we could be valuable to a lot of tech companies and finance companies to help them tell the right stories. A lot of them, it's not because they didn't want to tell the right stories or they didn't want to communicate properly. They just didn't know how to, which is sort of understandable, because if you spend so much time, brain power, trying to build the right products, you're oftentimes not really thinking about how to really get this product out there. And that is almost like another, entirety different side of the business. And we just knew that, if we are able to provide the services, then, we'll be valuable to a lot of, companies out there. And, that's why TWA was born.
TWA Africa is not just another communication agency. We are very different because we act as a seamless extension of every client's team. This is very important and critical. So we take our time to understand the brand in its entirety, a tone of voice, the brand narrative, even taking months to understand what the problem is before building that overarching strategy. We ensure that we become one with them so we can work effectively and seamlessly without any headaches. Another thing is we are creative and we're very agile. If you know one thing about startups, you know things change, right? Things come up. You have to edit, change strategies multiple times just to adapt to the situation. We are very quick on our feet, and that's what a lot of clients love about us, that agility, that ability to tweak strategies when it's not going well, even just admitting that, okay, look, this is not working, we need to iterate this particular strategy and ensure it works. We keep editing, we keep changing, we keep revising things till we get that outcome that we want, and that's what makes us stand out.
I would say that the TWA approach will be intentionality. We are pretty much intentional about everything we do, down to the pitch decks, strategic documents, brainstorming, and even communication and interaction with the clients, right? Everything is purely intentional. And we do this because it puts us in the shoes of the client in every aspect. And one thing we've really learned is that communication without strategies is noise. And in Africa, we do have a lot of noise. And, we're basically on a mission to reduce the noise and, give a little bit more meaning to, things people see and hear out there, especially with regards to, technical companies and founders.
I would say the one thing that tech founders and even companies in general often get wrong about PR is they think it's actually launch the activity. PR is a marathon, not a sprint. It's not just something that you just do for a short term and think, oh, it'll be effective. It's architecture, there are different layers to it, right? And every time they come to me with, okay, we need to do this, and now they only mostly care about the products. What's the key messaging? Why now? Who are the people behind it? Why is it so important? What's your authority stack? What am I giving to the media? What do we need to communicate? It can't just be the product. What problem are you solving? You are the best thing since sliced bread. Do you have numbers to prove it? It can't be all fluff. And those are the things they actually get wrong.
Okay, so in our experience, one of the things we really see most finance brands do and get wrong is they naturally just resolve to jargons, right? Being so vague about what it is they do, what it is they offer, and what value they actually create. And at TWA, we basically just help them soften the story, make it more pretty, make it more clear, because the users don't really care about all the general reporting or APIs. That's not really what they fall in love with, right? They fall in love with the fact that you're clear in what you're giving them, you provide them security, they're safe, and basically we help them pass this message without, getting them to lose the authority around their brand.
When they started calling to say they want to announce their funding, right? So the first thing I asked is, what perception do you want to shift with this announcement? Because raising isn't just a milestone, it's a message. Is this about market leadership or team strength or investor confidence? It has to leave a narrative around something very strong. It can't just be about the money. If not, you're just shouting into the void.
Yeah, I'm a playlist person, all the way.
What inspires my creative process is so many things. It's noisy up here. So I'm a music person, it inspires me. But I'm also a sticky notes person. You see me scribbling, you see me in my notes. I'm the only one that understands what's going on in my notes on my laptop and my iPhone, right? I have to scribble all the ideas that eventually, when I'm ready for that strategy deck, I now go and bring all those scribbles together for it to make sense. But I get inspirations during the weirdest time, and I have to take time to process certain things. So say it comes when I'm taking a walk, I write it down, I just think about it, marinates before I then develop a strategy out of that. So the future of communications in Africa's tech and finance space is hyper-local storytelling but with global resonance. We are going to see more and more brands own their voices early and invest in brand-owned storytelling assets. I'll tell you for free, in years to come, the brands that will win will not be the loudest ones. It will be the most intentional ones. Also, AI is changing, everyone knows this. AI is changing the way it creates, but it will never replace context. And this is where our strength as African communication professionals lies. We live in the nuance, right? So we will always stay ahead of the curve. I think our proudest moment at TW is several moments, right? After every campaign, when our founder calls us to say, well done to you and your team, this was great, this was very impactful, when we have that innovative product launch or event and the CEO is very proud, they want to meet with us one-on-one, just to give us a handshake. Those things make my heart want to burst. And we've had too many. And we are very proud of it, given that we are able to get as we're a small team, but we have done impactful work. So the next steps, we are creating original content like this. We are opening our processes to the world to see how we strategize and execute, because we do solid work, and it's time for us to talk our talk. Right, so no more gatekeeping. We are just going to show you how it's done.
Show you how it's done.
Yep. My name is Oyinda.
My name is Dosi. And
together we are building TWA Africa, a people-powered agency.